Alright, welcome back to Schloop's Garage. On this episode, I'm changing the rocker arm nuts. I'm already halfway into it. Well, almost halfway. I got these two tightened up, these two tightened up. I just threaded these on. If you remember, this number 8 cylinder was one of the ones that was loose. So I can almost back that off by hand. But that shouldn't be that loose. These are a lot more secure. If you're wondering, I just ordered these off of Amazon. Part number is 1400N-16. Rocker arm nuts, 3/8 studs. So I'll go ahead and finish this side up. Move on to the other side. Rotate the engine 90 degrees. Tighten until these don't spin or just barely spin. Rotate it another 90. Go through them all. Tighten them until they don't spin. Another 90. And I'll just do that, repeat that until I turn the engine over 2 complete times. And then we'll tighten it up and put the rockers back, or the rocker covers back on, and we'll go from there, see what happens. Alright, just to show everybody what I'm talking about here. You can see I can barely spin that. That's nice and tight. That one's a little looser, but that one's tightened a lot more. So I went through and tightened pretty much all these until they don't spin very easily. You don't want to like put tools on these, obviously. You'll drop metal down in your engine and whatnot. But so I got both sides done here. I got all new nuts. Got the old nuts here. This side, the driver's side, none of them had backed off or anything. The passenger side, however, the number 8 cylinder and that front cylinder had backed off again. So what I'm going to do now is go underneath the car. There's a crank bolt. So I'm going to put my socket on here. Bear with me, I'm trying to do this one-handed. And this is my oil mark from last time, so I'm just going to use that again. I'm going to rotate the motor over 90 degrees. It's a lot easier if you pull the plugs out, but it's not bad with them in. So I'm going to go a little past 90 and make that to where it's at 270 degrees. That way I can just go 90 from now on. It won't hurt anything. But let's go back up top, see if any of these loosened up. So that one's loose. Yeah, quite a few of these loosened up pretty good. The one I expect to loosen up the most would be this guy. Yeah, see, that one is barely catching any thread at all. So like I said, we'll just go through, we'll retighten them all snug until these don't spin, push rods, and then we'll just rotate it again 90 degrees, tighten them again, and just repeat the process like I said until we rotate the motor over 2 full rotations. And then we should be able to throw the valve covers back on and fire it up and see what it's doing. So I'm going to get back to that, and I'll come back when I'm ready to fire it up. Alright, so something I forgot to mention. I've gone ahead and spun the motor over 2 full rotations, 90 degrees each rotation. Tighten these all till they're, you know, just snug. So what that does, and I should have explained this, is it takes all the lash out. It takes all the, so it sets it to 0 lash, doing this step here. So what I found is there's another video out there that explains this in detail. The guy's great. Says he's been doing this for years and no issues. A lot of guys have been saying, oh, you got to do it while it's running, all this stuff. This procedure worked for me. I'm not going to say it's going to work for everybody, but what you're going to do now, after you've gone through, rotated the motor 90 degrees for 2 full rotations of the motor, is you're going to go back and you're going to, so we got, you want a 3/4 turn past 0 lash. So the goal here is to rotate this all the way 270 degrees past where you started. So right there. So I'm going to do that with the rest of them. Try to remember not to do that one again. And that should set our lash for the valves. So I'm going to do that, throw the valve covers on, and we'll crack it up. As you can see, I did not go 270 degrees. I only went 180. So I ended up taking it apart, going another 90, and fixing my mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Just own them, fix them, and move on. Alright, so we'll continue with the rest of the video. Alright, so got it all back together. My son gave it 4 pumps. Go ahead, son. High, that's alright. Let's come down. See what our smoke situation is looking like. Smoke still looks good. Let's give it a rev. Give it a rev. I went a little low, but that's alright, it's still warming up. I think we're doing pretty good here. There's no noise, no smoke. Seems like it's running a little rich. I'll mess with the idle mixture screws and stuff. But yeah, so we got those rocker arm nuts replaced. It's running, it's quiet, it's not smoking, so I think we're good to go. We can move on to other things, brakes, work out any other bugs. Water pump seems to be weeping, so we'll probably swap that out. I got plenty up there in the shop. So alright, so that's it for this one, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Later.